The Jurassic is one of these pivotal times in the evolution of life on Earth, not only because of what happens to life, but what happens to the planet itself. As we see the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea, we see the formation of new ocean basins. This alters circulation patterns of air packages around the whole planet. As a function of this, it starts driving evolution through the massive changes within climate and subsequent changes on environment. This is what drives the evolution of life on Earth. There are amazing fossil remains which have been discovered for over 2 centuries. In fact, if you've ever tried yourself out on the tongue twister, she sells seashells on the seashore, you're actually talking about Mary Anning, one of the first fossil collectors who way back in 1810 with her brother discovered the fossil remains of an ichthyosaur in Lyme Regis in Dorset. The whole coast has become famous now from these early discoveries and subsequent discoveries over the last 2 centuries. In fact, much of our understanding in the UK of the lower Jurassic rocks of the UK comes from this area. We can chronologically step through time, seeing the evolution of ammonites that provide wonderful biozone markers, literally markers through time, where a species has been present on a large area for only a short period of time, making it a fantastic zone fossil. And as you step your way through time, we also find associated with these invertebrate fossils the remains of vertebrates. Of course, they litter these depositional environments because we're dealing with a deep marine environment where much of the sediments are relatively anoxic. Yes, there was still life, there was still benthic fauna thriving at the bottom of the Jurassic oceans. However, it wasn't enough to disturb, break apart these remarkable vertebrate fossils that we find in relative abundance in the rocks of both south of England and the Yorkshire coast. During the Jurassic period, vast numbers of organisms evolved, and the diversification of the reptiles is simply breathtaking, both on land and in sea. The marine reptiles, some of which you can see behind me here, are simply incredible, from plesiosaurs through to ichthyosaurs, which have now completely occupied the ecological role of being top predators within marine environments. The diversity that we see is a function of a healthy environment, one where big apex predators can evolve. When you get such big predators, it really is a good sign that life on Earth is thriving. The hypersaline lagoons, which typify the SOLNHOFEN limestone environment, were ideal areas in which to preserve animals. Anything that ended up in this depositional environment would not go through the usual series of predation and disarticulation due to animals tearing them apart when they ended up dead. Here they got a chance for their remains to be fossilized for the simple reason not much else could live in such harsh conditions. So it became the perfect environment for preserving some of the most beautiful fossils that are known to science.